Hello and welcome to episode 42 of The Infected. This is the penultimate episode, and we have a rescue mission to accomplish. We have a deer and a bear that are stuck up on top of this mountain side. Now, give you a little perspective as to where we're at. Let me zoom in right here, and we are up on top of this mountain range. I have been, just because I wanted to see where we'd go, and I thought it would be interesting, been continuing to build from there. I finished up everything to do with my library, except for the paintings. I still need to put the paintings in. I built my way a path up there, and then that required another path right here. And I have run all the way up here, and I have found some poor stranded deer and bear up on top of the rocks. They can't figure out how to get down. They've got nothing to eat. They've got the drain water, or the rainwater, but you know, we need to rescue them. So we're going to start building. Well, I'm not going to do it on camera. I'll show you when I'm done, but I'll build a ramp to get up there so that we can rescue these poor animals and so that we can see what's going on the rest of the base. I've dreamed since I got to this location about seeing what's on top of this rock formation, and I just have never taken the time to do it. I'd really hoped to do it with that, that I assume you could say, yeah, you could, that path that led up there, but of course I ran into an invisible wall, couldn't get up any higher, so we're going to try it over here and see what happens. Well, it looks like we have run into another block. I came up here and started joggling over because I wasn't going to make it up there, and I realized I've hit another wall. Can't go up any higher than this. This seems to be a vertical wall. Like, I jump up, I can't make any height there. So I came this direction to see if I could get up this way, and I've run into the same problem. Can't jump, can't do anything, can't get any higher. So this is definitely walled off. Whatever's going on, the dev doesn't want us to get up there. So I think that's it. I don't think I'm going to be able to make any more progress in that direction, which is fine. Sorry, guys. I tried my best, but I'm afraid you're out of luck. Come, jump. You might be able to make it. I don't know. Anyway, this episode wasn't really about building this. This was just a side tangent since I was, you know, in the area and I was actually, chopping down a lot of trees. This area has actually regrown, and then I have tore it all back down again because I'm trying to get as much bark as I can to be able to make the oil so I can make the last of the batteries. I don't think that is going to happen in this episode. I will make some more batteries, but probably not the last of the batteries. This episode is about finishing up a lot of stuff that I had thought about doing, talked about doing, but have yet to actually ever do. Now, let me give you a tour of the library since I have completed it except for the pictures. I am going to delete this because I don't know. I may not. I need to think about it. But this is intended to be a viewing area. You just come up here and you've got this nice, you know, area to sit up here and study or read or talk to your friends or just hang out and do whatever. It just seemed like a really good area and I didn't want to waste it. We come back down into the library. Of course, we've got the area where all of the books are at. During the winter, we turn on the fireplace. I was going to call it a coal stove, but I knew that wasn't right. You can sit down on the couch, recover from your day, just chill on out. And if you decide you need to go over and use the bathroom, I still keep forgetting that I am going to do this before the end of the season. Going to go get the clay and put it in there because I keep forgetting about it. Anyway, let's go ahead and shut the door. Let's head up here to the study rooms. Okay, you need to spend some time studying. You can come up here, sit down, pull out your books, and study until your heart is content. If you need a little break, you can come out and wave at Mike as he's coming by to fill up all of the log stands. Sorry, Mike. I hate to make you walk that far. If those are all full, you can come over here and you can get one of the less distracting views with the wall right there. But anyway, yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm going to probably just put a few picture frames. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do it now. I wasn't going to do it on camera, but maybe I will, just because I can. Let's see. Except I don't remember where it's at. I think it might be under decor, actually. Yeah, let's just grab a couple of these. Oh, it's nice that it sort of snaps to the correct area. Or correct size. Should I put one there? No, probably not. Yeah, that's going to be it. What does this even take? I don't remember. Nails and planks. I think I've got some nails down here. I'm not sure. Nope. By the way, I got these from fighting the zombies. Some of them attack my base, and I've got a bunch of electrical parts and some plastic from that. All right, you know what? I'm going to do this off camera then. I thought I would do it now. I'll show you when I'm done, but I don't want to take the time to run to get the nails and everything. But basically, that's what the library looks like. I like this little nook here underneath the stairs, and if I was continuing the series longer, I would find some good use for this right here. This just seems like a really good spot to put something, but I don't have anything in mind. So next on the agenda, we're going to work on... Where'd I leave my... cart? I don't know where I left it. That's okay. Oh, there it is. I actually probably don't need it. I'll probably just leave it there. The next thing we're going to work on is building a garage for my ATV. I can put it in one of the big garages, but it's just too big. So I want to build something small, something for it just on its own. I mentioned this in the last video, but I ran out of time. So we're going to go ahead and continue that endeavor next. Have you ever had one of those days when you really wanted to do something like, say, build a garage, but then you just keep realizing something important is happening or something else comes up and you just can't get it done? Well, that's going on. That's what's going on with me today. I noticed that it's day 159 and I started doing the math, and that was that if I wanted to hit 250,000 power stored, I needed to have 120 or 102. I needed to have this much power left. If each battery can only hold 3,500, that means I need to make over 29 more batteries. Now, or 30 batteries total. If I'm going to make 30 batteries between now and the next episode, which is what I wanted to do because I wanted the final episode to be building the last battery, then I need to do some looting, which means because you can only get so much from the Master Crafter perk, because even though the Master Crafter perk is a fantastic perk, it takes a lot of oil, and I just have not developed the oil production. If I ever did it again, or if I do it in my own game, I will definitely set it up so that I am producing a lot more oil than I already am. Now, my oil extractors are probably getting fuller. I don't know. I haven't checked them in a bit. This truck, by the way, was not 100% full, but I needed to empty the truck so I could go and do some looting, because I need to get as many electrical parts and as many mechanical parts as I possibly, or not mechanical parts, plastic as I possibly can, just so that I can build as many batteries as possible. Which does mean that, although I'm not going to do that in this episode, I'm not going to do the looting in this episode, I need to start it right now, so that I will be able to get as much looting as I can before the day resets, because of course there we go. Oh, I got too much. Because what'll happen is if we look at, well, let me do it with this one. Oops. There we go. So all of these stations, I don't know the last time I looted any of them, but I'm sure it's not been within one day. However, the day resets, there it is. The loot resets not at the end of day 159, but at the end of day 160. So I'm going to spend the next day and a half off camera just looting as much as I can. I'm not carrying that. I got empty space here. I don't know if I mentioned this. This was about 2/3 of the way full, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to move it all over, and then I'm going to show you what I've got left, and then buy the last of the stuff from the trader. Then I am going to... Why did I go there? I am going to just start looting like crazy before I cut back in, and hopefully, we'll be able to start making the garage when I get back. All right, this is the last of what I have to sell. Again, it wasn't a full load, but you know, it's a good amount, and it's more than I really need, because I think the last two things I needed were not super expensive. So let's go ahead and take a look. Move all. Okay, so we're going to finish up at just under 3,000 gold. In order to buy, we've just got Iron Stomach and Energy Boost, which are going to be good for when I'm looting, actually. I don't have anything left here. I don't have anything left here. So all I'm going to do is just buy those two things. I've never owned those before in all the time I've been playing the Infected. Thanks for doing business. It's been great talking to you. Been great meeting. I appreciate you buying all my cement. Have a good day, but I'm afraid this is the last time I'll be here. Ciao. Wow, I don't know. That was a bad parking job right there. All right, it's time for me to loot. I will be back in probably several hours in real life and a couple of seconds in game. So I thought this was interesting. I had just finished looting this city when I wasn't even, I was like 90% of the way done looting this city. Let me show you where I'm at on the map. I've looted all of this stuff right here, and I was right up here. But as you can see, I hit day 61. Now, I just looted this stuff, but it was interesting. I've never been, you know, out looting when it reset. So this stuff was all looted just a minute ago. And now it's all back, so I can loot it again. Now, I wasn't intending to loot past this time because I really wanted to just get as much of the materials as I needed that I could, but making sure there's no vambies coming up on me. But I'll finish relooting this. Let me show you what I've got so far. I'll finish relooting this off camera. I have not been keeping anything that is not either anything you see here is not lead, plastic, actually just hit that, or mechanical part or electrical parts. That's what I've got. Everything else here is going to get dumped somewhere once I get done looting it. When I'm done with this, because I am all the way out here, I'm just going to loot this city on the way back, maybe this city, I don't know, and then I'm going to head all the way back. By the way, actually really enjoying this perk about not needing as much sleep. I don't remember what it's called, but not needing as much sleep and not needing as much food. So that has worked out very, very nicely, because by this point, if I hadn't had that perk, I would have had to find a place for my guy to go to sleep, because he's just, you know, the coffee. Oh, turn it on, Paul. And turn the light on. Oh, that's on. Wow. Anyway, it turns out to be a great perk, and maybe I won't wait till the end to get that in the future. We are back at the base. My guy slept for a while. It is almost 3:30 in the afternoon. Let me show you the final haul. This is everything I got, except for the gas, of course. Except for the gas, which I already had. I did get a fair amount of oil, which is good. I meant to stop by the extractors and get more, pick up the oil that I'd extracted, or the shale that I'd extracted, but I completely spaced it. Lots and lots of plastic, and a good amount of electrical parts. So I've got enough to make quite a few more batteries when I get to it. But I've put this off long enough. I am ready to go make a garage for the ATV. So I'm gonna head out here, and my goal, or my thinking, wow, I really wish it wasn't raining. Oh, sorry, guy. Yeah, there we go. Was to put an extra garage right here next to the normal one. I can use, oh man, look at you. I came in it too far over. Yeah, that was a really long roundabout way of doing it. Actually, what I could have done is just called it from here. This is what I should have done. Call ATV. Yeah. Oh well. You live, you learn. My idea was to put the new ATV, or the new garage, right here. I can use this garage to move it around if I want to, and the truck, but I'd like to have a place where I can just park it for right now. Now, I need to clear this area just a little bit. I don't think this rock right next to me is going to be in the way, but if it is, I'll move it. Which, do I have the upgrade tool? No, I got the fishing rod. Wow. Yeah, I did some fishing off camera because I needed to get that oil, and I never put the rail back. Oh, you know what else I don't have is a cart. I'm gonna have to go and get a cart at some point and do that. It is a part of this build, and I will do it off camera. But I'm thinking that I wish there was a way I could connect off of this, but I don't know that there's going to be. So what I really want to try is just to create something that is at least somewhat similar to the way it looks, but we'll see. You know, I can always rebuild it if I don't like it. All right, let's go with this. We're going to run you this direction. Let's see if we can get this as parallel as possible. That is not parallel. Is that parallel? No. There we go. Probably cannot come up. Actually, I'm going to drop it down. Ooh, wrong button. Let's try this again. Sorry about that. I keep hitting the wrong button. There we go. That's what I mean to do. Oh, I screwed it up somehow. Yeah, that's about the height I want. Is that parallel? Yeah, that's good. I'm going to just sort of clip in right here and then drop it off. Oh, I did show you what I had in the ATV, by the way. This is a bunch of steel and a bunch of planks and more steel, because what I really want to do, or what I'm excited to do, is to use, and if I'm being honest, it's because I like this thing. Where is it? Door. I like this garage door idea. I think it's going to be fantastic. I've never built one before. It looks like it's the size of one Like foundation. Oh, I guess I should just make this one foundation wide. I don't see a reason to make it two foundations, I guess. Yeah, that'll work. Let's go ahead and do that. Drop some planks in there. Pick up the logs. Drop off the logs. Okay. There we go. I don't need to build adjacent to that wall, although I am going to turn this into brick, I think. Oh, shoot. You know what? I'm going to turn it into cement. It doesn't matter. I didn't realize they had changed directions like that. Should I make it the full length? I think I should. Make it the full length of the regular garage. I'm really excited to be back recording today because it's actually been several days since I did the last section. You know, it got to be towards, I think it was on Saturday, and this is Tuesday. So I'm glad to be back, and it will be really nice. It's just nice to record again. All right, let's bring the ATV out and see if this is big enough, because if it's not, I'm going to tear it down and build it a little farther away. I really wanted it to be kind of an extension, as I mentioned, of this garage. Yeah, that'll work. Perfect. There we go. All right, so that will work. Now let's put the door on it, because I assume I can do that independent. Oh, do I need one of those frames? Let me see. Yeah, do I need one of these frames? I don't know if I do or not. Let's try it without it and see what happens. Door. Nope, not happening. Okay, so let's go back here and make a wall. We'll make that guy. And then while we're at it, we'll make some of these other wood walls. There we go. Okay, and I need one on the back because I want it to be a drive-through style garage where you can... Is it going to matter which way I've got this? I don't know if it does. Because, you know, sometimes the direction you place a wall will dictate, such as what direction the window's open. Oh, I need more logs. Let's do this, this. I'm out. Let me grab these. I got more than I needed, but I'd rather roll that way. Oh, I don't need this anymore. Okay, and oh no, I need it over here. Oops. Actually, let's just cut. Where's the skinny tree? There it is. I hear you, chicken. Oh, that reminds me, I need to feed my animals. I don't remember the last time I fed them. They might be starving to death. And here I am building a garage when my animals are suffering. Jeez. All right. Just had a thought. Am I going to be able to attach a roof onto this? Let's try that. So what I was thinking is roof is using this guy. Oh, not that guy. Keep doing that. Grab that guy. Yeah, that'll work. Will it look funny? It will look a little funny, but that's okay. I am just going to have to be okay with it. Oh, you know what I didn't get? Clay. And I still haven't gone back and finished that. The toilet. Grr. Absent-mindedness. Okay. Okay, and this guy's got all the planks, so all I need is rod. I'm gonna be one short, aren't I? That's okay. I'll cut this down and see if I need any other logs for anything else. Otherwise, Michael will eventually come get them. Oh, you know what I'm going to need logs for? I'm going to build a little ramp right here. Let's do that now. Now for, let's see, stairs. And we're going to go with this ramp right here. Not off of you. Rotate. Okay, how many logs do you take? Perfect, 2. That worked out really well. It was like I planned it. Which, of course, I didn't. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about this anymore because I don't have the logs to do it. What I am going to worry about... Or I'm sorry, I don't have the clay to deal with it. What I am going to worry about is these little corner things right here. Did that? Yeah, cool. I probably don't have enough planks. Let me grab some more planks. And that should be it. And let me drop this other guy in. I'm sorry, same guy, other side. There. Cool. Oh, I got a little gap here. Oh, well. What can I do about it? You know what I'll do about it is I'll just build a big wall, another wall right here, a wood wall right here, and then make it into brick the same color. And I don't know that you'll notice it then, or it will be as noticeable. Click the correct button. Yeah, that's really close. Like, I don't think, is it clipping? Oh, it's clipping in on this side. Do I really want to do that? I don't like this gap at all. Oh, I know what I'll do. Yeah, let's delete this. Little paranoid, I was just about to delete my own garage, which would have been epically stupid. And let's go ahead and use this little half wall right here. So it does clip in a little bit, but I don't think it's too big of a deal. The real problem is I don't have like a quarter section right there, which is unfortunate. Drop you guys off right there. You know what I'm going to end up doing? I'm just going to move the garage over. I'm going to finish building this thing. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. All right, you're moving right there for right now. Delete. I hope I don't need more wood. Because I think that's it. That's our more planks. I think that is the full extent of the planks that I got. Let's try this again. Wall. Okay. Nope, I'm short. I'm going to have to run back and get some, which is fine because I need to run back and get clay anyway. 30 clay, plus I need to build these half walls up here. This guy, right? No, it's the other one. Ceiling, or not ceiling, roof. Oh, that's railing. It's the other R word. Except I can't place this, can I? Yeah, I'll have to wait till I can build this. I'll go back and do that in just a second. The one thing I would rather do though is I want to build the garage. I want to build the garage doors before I make a cut and run back and get the supplies, because then I'll be able to just get everything I need. Okay. So I should have everything to build 2 garage doors. Let's try it. Doors. Is that? Okay. You can rotate it. What I was concerned about was that you wouldn't be able to rotate it and it would just open the wrong direction. Ah, that is so cool. I love that. That is so cool. All right, let's do it again over here. Insert. Okay. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, I'm going to make the cut. I'm going to come back with some cement. I'm going to come back with the upgrade tool. I'm going to come back with some bricks. And I'm going to come back with some planks, which means I'm taking this guy with me so that I can carry everything I need. I apologize. I got part of the way through here, and what I realized is that there was a background noise that my mic was catching. I didn't think it would, so I ended up just deleting that footage. So you can see I've got a bit done on the garage, which turned out okay because it wasn't super exciting. The one downside is that I now have this gap here because I can't get the ceiling to fit, and I can't raise the height of this unless I put it down on foundations, and I'm not going to mess with it because the Let's Play is almost completely over, so I'm just gonna live with it not being quite right. Anyway, I've got these two. They're similar in color, but I think maybe I want to change it and see if I can get something that's closer. But I honestly have forgotten already which one I picked. So this must be the lighter color. Brick. Let's try the darker color. I think that's one I tried. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so these should match more carefully. I wasn't thinking, I didn't think it would let me do that. Like, I know I can upgrade it, but I think I have to pick a different option. Actually, what I'm really curious about is if I can upgrade these right here. Nope. All right, let's upgrade this first. Half wall, straight half wall. It's that guy. Am I doing something wrong, or am I out of bricks? I got plenty of bricks. I must have hit something wrong. Let's try that again. Half wall. Brick, half wall. It's that guy, right? Dark, dry bricks, 5 bricks. Okay, it's not letting me do it. Maybe. Is it because I used the incorrect panel? I wouldn't have thought so. I'm not sure what's going on, but you know what? Frankly, I like it. Well, I like it good enough this way. I think I'm just going to leave it. The wood looks good. I still want to see if there's any way. Is there any way for me to upgrade? There's no path for this, right? None of these look quite right. Let me try that and see what it does. Yeah, I can't do it. It's just going to have to be wood, which is fine. Oh, I put that in backwards. I did not realize that. Wow. That's slightly embarrassing. Oh, and you know what that means? That means I need to go back and get some more iron. Oh, well. Let's drop it in the correct direction and figure out how much more I need. There we go. Placeable? No, I don't want placeable. I want construction. Doors. Garage door. I can't believe I did that. That's just embarrassing. Okay, so what I need is 6 more iron ingots and a bunch more screws. Do I have any screws in here? Nails, nails. I can't remember what I was doing that I had so many nails in my inventory. Yeah, that's it. There we go. I'll handle this in a bit, but unless I can come up with some way to make this look cooler, I don't know what I'm going to do. I thought it would look okay. You know what would be really cool is if I could have built the same thing on the opposite side. If this would have been centered and stayed centered, I'd love to have built another attachment over there, although I don't have another ATV. I just like the symmetry of having it there. I don't know. We'll see if I can come up with a better idea, but I would like to see how many of the advanced batteries I can make. This is all of the electrical parts I have. I mean, every single one of them. So actually, let's just start by grabbing those and dumping them in here. Okay, there we go. This is what I've got left. Still a respectable amount, enough that I should be able to do this a couple of times. You know, I should check is the power. Okay, we can now store 147,178 units of power. We should need, let me think, let's grab all of the aluminum. There's no thinking, that's why I set this up this way. So it didn't have to think, I could just work. Actually, that's too much lead. I overfilled that one. Okay, let's grab copper. That's going to overfill that one. Let's grab more lead and more copper. There we go. All right, let's put back what we can. I have a little bit of lead left. Now, what I actually haven't shown you is I've been smelting a lot of the lead over there, and so I have a lot more in reserve that I'm not showing you. I do have a fair amount of aluminum, and I have well, I just talked about the lead. I also have a lot more copper than you would expect because I went over and finally checked my extractors over there, and I had tons and tons of copper. Actually, I had a ton of other stuff. So let's see where we're at. 168, 178. Nice. So a good chunk. Let's build another one, or let's build another rack and repeat the whole process. All right, back again. I have built a new rack with batteries, and then I have another one over there so that I can move over when I'm done. I am up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 racks, and that will be my 10th rack. I have everything in there that I need except for the aluminum. And then I think I'm too short. There we go. Nice. One more additional rack. I doubt I've got time. Yeah, this guy hasn't had a chance to. Oh, maybe it did fully charge. Anyway, I'm up to a little over 189,000. I think I have enough electrical parts to do at least one more rack. Yeah, I do, because each of it takes I think 6. Let me confirm that before I say it out loud, but I believe it is 6 electrical parts. Oh no, it takes 8 electrical parts. So I've got 8 times 6, which would be 8 times 2 is 16, 32, 48. 48, and I've got more than that right here. So I've got enough to do at least one more full rack. And in my off time, I'm going to go back and work on my simple multiplication again, because I could not think of what 8 times 6 was. Oh well. We're back again, and I have everything I need. And I have a very, very noisy deer out here somewhere. I don't know where it is. I haven't been able to spot it, but... oh, there it is. That thing is making racket like crazy. I put everything in. I hear you. Everything in except for my copper. And was it this guy? I keep doing that, grabbing the wrong one. There we go. All right, that's it. More batteries made. That should be 10 full racks of batteries. So 60 batteries total. And our power is at 210,178. Now, I got my calculator out. And if I need 250,000 minus 210,178, that means I need 39, almost 40,000 more power divided by 30,000 per battery, or 35,000 per battery. I need 11 more batteries, which is completely doable in the next episode. However, I have only a few electrical parts left, but the good news is, oh, that's really hard to look at. Oh no, stop. Let's go to there. The good news is that I have tons of plastic to be able to make this, and I have a fair amount of oil. Plus, I have not gone to the extractor yet and picked up the oil that I've got in the... let me show it. I have not head to this extractor in some time. Day 115. Oh no, wrong one. I haven't been to this extractor yet to pull out the oil, so I suspect I'm getting quite a bit in there. I need to do that, and I will do that next, and then probably just show you when I get there and what I get, so that it won't take up too much time, particularly since it's getting late at night. You know, I'm just going to go to bed, and I'm going to do it in the morning. I made it to where my extractors are, and I got tired of having trouble cutting through here, so I just went through and cut down all the trees. Unfortunately, I did not bring my pickaxe with me. What's up, buddy? Oh, I can't believe it. Poor driving combined with hitting that dude. Oh, am I going to recover? Nice. Anyway, I decided to cut down all those trees because I got tired of messing around with trying to find... pick my way through here, and I knew I was going to have a lot to carry, so I really wanted to just bring the truck up here. Now, I don't know how long these have been sitting here, but yeah, they're pretty close to full. Let me start by grabbing all the stuff that I really want. Do I have anything else here? Oh, yeah. I don't need any of this. It's going to weigh me down. Whoa, I don't want to do that. That was a mistake. I do want to keep the wood chips just because the wood chips are handy. Because I can use them to... oh, I am going to be super duper weighed down. Super duper weighed down. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's move all. And let's move you. And is there anything? Let's just move everything over here. So I've got the minimum amount of weight that I can... on me that I can have. Grab you. Grab you. And grab you. That's a lot of oil. I'm real curious to see what the total is when I get back to my truck here, but that is a lot of oil shell because it's one oil shell per... oh, I couldn't figure out why that wasn't a circular. I saw the cloud afterwards. Anyway, one oil shell per... there we go. Let me put this all back. One oil shell per can of oil, so I have got enough to make a lot of oil. That's 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 200. That's 250, 350, 375, 400, 418. That is a lot of oil. Now, I'm not going to do it on camera, but I am going to chuck all these things out of here because I don't want it to fill up my... I cannot imagine having to come back here again. But since I'm already doing it, I don't want this to stop me from getting the oil shell that I want. So I'm just going to go through and empty all this. All right, we are back at the base. Let me see I don't think I can carry... Yeah, I know I can't carry all that because the weight got me before. But I did want to show you this before I forget. I did finish up the trailer, or the gate on the other side there. It heads the correct direction. And of course, I got my ATV parked there. So now it's got its own new home, complete as can be. Let me run in and... Whoa. Which way am I going? This way, yeah. Let me run back in because I want to recall the truck back into the other garage and then start filling out the oil extractors. And then I have just one more thing that I want to show you before the end of the video. And that is that I have not forgotten about my library. I put some art up there and I want to go back and show you, although I need to double check to make sure it is all 100% done. I also am curious to see, was it on here? No. Probably this end. Yeah, let's move it all. We're at just over 20 pounds, and now we're at 243 pounds. Yeah, that's a lot of weight. So I'm just going to ease my way on over here. You know what? My dude is hungry. Let's have a snack. Nope, nothing got it. I wanted to see if anything would pop, but nothing did. The last time I did it, it was off camera. My stamina went up to 110. Which is cool. It would take forever to get that up to the max. I had heard once, I think, that the max stamina, or the max hunger and stamina and drink that you can, the max you can get is 200. But I've never been able to verify that. Okay, let's grab that. And let's see, I don't, oh yeah, this will just hold 25. What was I thinking? I, for some reason, was thinking it would hold 100, but it says right there that it only holds 25. So anyway, I have got enough oil. I am set on oil for a very, very long time. Now, it won't actually take this long to go through all of the oil. I mean, 4 minutes times 20, so 100 minutes. So less than 2 hours, an hour and 40 minutes in game, or 140 in real life, rather, not in game. I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but since I have the long distance runner perk, I can start here, and you don't use endurance when you jump. So I can cross this entire, oops, it's a little harder to do it uphill, but I can cross this entire area and not use hardly any stamina at all. If it's flatter, I don't use any stamina. Pretty cool, huh? I have grabbed a lot of stuff in my inventory because I want to finish up all of the builds because I didn't quite finish it. And I don't remember how much I was going to need. So let me split this in half. I know I need some of this. I think it's 12. I'll grab more if I don't have it. Let me show you what I got. So I put my pictures down here. I like that one. I thought it looked cool. That one was not bad. It just wasn't awful. I like those guys. The problem was a lot of the pictures here. Oh, I didn't realize I've got 2 of those. Let's go ahead and delete that and try and replace it. The problem with a lot of these pictures is that they have a scarier theme to them, which isn't bad. I mean, it's certainly an apocalyptic survival game, which makes sense that it would look like that, or it would have that certainly genre, but I don't want that in a library. I'm imagining a public library, you know, kids come in here and read books, and how do I want this? Okay. And, you know, mom and dad chill while their kids are doing whatever. Oh, I need more planks. You know what? I also forgot that I ran out of oil, so I grab 3 oil so that I can be producing oil. So let's grab some more planks here, just in case. There we go. That's an interesting picture, that's for sure. It looks good enough. Anyway, I like that. I didn't want to, you know what? I was gonna say I didn't want to put more over here, but I do. I don't like this wall being empty, so let's put decor. One more. That's 180 degrees off. What a shock. There we go. Nope, we're not doing that one. That is not library material. Decor. Oops, I put that the wrong height. Okay, do we have that one? I don't think we do. That one's sort of similar, but they're not quite the same thing, I don't think. Yeah, they're different. They're different enough. Anyway, that's what it looks like. That's kind of cool. I'm pretty happy with that. Up here, however, what I decided that I wanted to do was I need to put a little coffee maker in here. I think I'm going to put it by the entrance. Oh, you know what I forgot about? I walked right past it, completely spaced it. Put a laptop right there. I thought this is the perfect spot for a laptop. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Oop. Now, we need a coffee maker up here. Portable decor coffee maker. You are going to go right here. You know what I just realized? I still have not brought back clay. Oh, that's going to drive me nuts. I'm going to do it in just a second. I'm tired of waiting. I'm going to do it right now. Or I'm going to do it as soon as I'm done with this little bit. Because I want to put a few more things down. This bunny rabbit. There we go. Nice. And we're going to put some coffee mugs down. But I think coffee mugs take extra plastic, or take clay, or yeah, clay, right? Anyway. So we'll put 3 of you. 1, 2, 3. So these take 2, these take 2. Everything up here takes 2. So I've got 12, so I need 24. So I'm going to come back with 30 because I am tired of not having enough for that. Even though I only need 28 or 26. I know I need 26. And I am back, and the toilet, please say it was 2. Yeah. I never went and confirmed that it was 2. I was just going from memory, and as I was sitting back there grabbing clay, I thought, please, please, please let that be only 2. All right, let's fill these guys up. You know, I assumed that they would actually be variable in color. I didn't realize they were going to be exactly the color. Let me turn off my lights. That's a little, I know it might be a little dark because of, let's see, what time is it? Just because it's dark in here and I don't have a light source right next to it. Do I have one of these? Yeah, let me grab you. For right now, I'm going to put that right there so that we've got a little more light. It may tint it a bit, but yeah, I like the way that looks. I think that looks pretty cool. That's fun. It's fun to be able to hear and grab your coffee, say hello to a little stuffed animal. I'm going to name you May after my cat, and get some coffee. Good to go. All right, I think we are done today. One thing I am regretting is that because the series is ending, I'm not able to finish up some of the little stuff that I wanted to do. I'm like putting all of the window frames in, and I realize I can do this off camera. Let me turn my light back on. Off camera and get it all done, but it would just take too long to get that all done, so I'm not going to. There are a couple of other things over there that I've just never got done, never got finished, that I really wish I would have gotten finished. That leads me to think, what is it that I'm going to do for the next episode? Well, there's a couple of things that I really want to get done. Obviously, I want to finish making all of the batteries in order to hit my 250K of battery capacity. Second of all, the kitchen, I want to go, Mike, go. The kitchen up in the upper area. I'm not sure what to call that. Let me pull it up on the map and I can show you better. Okay. Yeah, this area right up here on the map, there is where I've got the housing and everything. Or it's kind of up in this area. I've got the housing and I've got a kitchen area up there. I put a bunch of lights in there, and I've got an open dining area. I'm going to put some furniture in there. I had intended originally to make a full dining area, but I'm out of time. I don't want to spend any more time on this series. I'm going to move on to something else, which I will talk about in the last video, is what the next series that I'll be working on is. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to talk to you guys about that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was real haphazard, but you know, it is what it is. And I was glad to get a lot of this stuff done. If you enjoy this type of content, please consider hitting the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this particular video, please consider hitting the like button. Thank you so much. Have a good day. And remember, game on.